7 sex myths you need to stop believing.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Potter, won't you give it up?
Hello, beautiful lady. Yes, I am talking to you. It is Thursday, and you know what goes down here on Thursday. Wife Life with Dr. Gail goes down here on Thursday. So do me a huge favor. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you'll know when I go live. And so tonight, I want to talk to you about 7 sex myths you need to stop believing. Yes, sex myths that you need to stop believing, especially when it comes to your marriage, right? And so many people believe this nonsense, and I am blessed. I'm not going to lie. I am blessed to be able to coach and counsel couples from all over the world, but we believe some of the craziest things. And so tonight I want to address some of those things, okay? Myth number 1, your spouse knows how to please you sexually because you have been together for a long period of time. First of all, that's a myth. That's a lie. Let me just tell you that what you used to do when you first got married, and I don't care if you been married 6 months, 12 months, 16 years, 20 years, 35 years like myself, we all grow, we all change, we all evolve, right? And that's the reason why it's so important for you to understand your needs, your wants, and desires sexually and be able to articulate them, because your spouse only knows what worked for you guys in the past, how it made you moan and groan in the past. And as we mature, not just as women, but as men, our sexual needs change, and you need to be able to have that conversation. So it's a myth. If you're still trying to do the same things that you did 6 months ago, a year ago, or 26 years ago, you need to have a conversation, because you're probably not meeting your spouse's sexual needs that are current. Okay? That's myth number 1. Myth number 2, sex will become boring after you've been married 4 years. And that's the reason why people cheat. And I don't know where that number 4 came from, but let me just tell you, sex does not have to become boring. And if it does become boring or whatever, that is not a reason to go out and cheat. Okay, so let me deal with the first thing. Again, if your sexual needs are not being met in your marriage, you need to have a conversation. But before you have that conversation, you need to be able to tell your partner what you want, what pleases you, what sends you, what you like, and what you don't like, right? Don't keep it a secret. Let them know. As far as after 4 years, it becomes boring, I don't know where that number came from, but it's a number that's buzzing around on the internet and everywhere else. That is not true. Okay? And just because you're not having amazing sex does not give you the right to step out on your partner. It does not give you a right to commit adultery. You cut a covenant and be grown enough to honor that covenant and have adult conversations about your needs, your wants, and desires when it comes to your marriage, not only sexually, but spiritually and physically. Okay? Myth number 3, scheduling sex is not good. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Because if we schedule everything else in our lives, right? We schedule everything. We schedule when we're going to work. We schedule when we're picking up the kids. We schedule food now for the food places to deliver. We schedule everything in our life. And if you're so busy and you have so many things that you have put on your plate and you don't schedule sex, that's the reason why your sexual needs are not being met. Sex needs to be a priority in a marriage. Myth number 4, people get too busy to have sex, and that's the reason why you should stay single. That is a myth from the pit of hell again, right? You shouldn't stay single if you want to be married, right? It is really crazy to me that so many single people claim to be swinging from the ceilings. And the reason why I say claim to be swinging from the ceilings, because so many women are dumbing down themselves or allowing themselves to become Miss Tuesday or Miss Sunday, because there are so many women ratio to the amount of men that men are literally putting single women in a daily and weekly rotation, which breaks my heart, right? But some women would rather say that they're Miss Tuesday and have this guy on Tuesday and he does everything for her on Tuesday, than to have a full man to themselves or a full woman to themselves, right? And so for me, you should never be so busy that you do not spend quality time with your spouse. Remember, your spouse is the only walking, talking, living, breathing person that you cut a covenant with on this earth, right? Don't take them for granted, because being single is not easy. Trust and believe me. Number 5, if you don't orgasm every single time that you have sex, it's not good quality sex. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Okay? You can have amazing quality sex. And for a woman to orgasm on a continuous basis, again, we're 90% mental and only 10% physical. So if we're not mentally there and wielding our body and relaxing and letting go of everything that we have going on in our head, we might not orgasm. But that does not mean that it was not good quality sex. Number 6 myth: a marriage without sex is doomed, right? Now, I am a licensed sexologist, and do I want people to have amazing sex because it is amazing for the body? It does so many different things, and I've taught a number of videos about the benefits of having sex. But if you and your spouse have a conversation and you guys are so intimately connected, and intimacy has absolutely nothing to do with physical penetration sex, right? And there are some couples that are so connected that having penetration sex is not important to them, but they are in 100% agreement with that, and their marriages are thriving. So if you're not having penetration sex, but it's something that you both mutually agree on, and you love each other and you're intimate with each other and you guys are thriving, your marriage is not doomed. But it's two people having adult conversations and understanding their needs, their wants, and desires about their marriage. And number 7 myth: sex is painful. Sex should not be painful. It should be pleasurable, right? It should be pleasurable for both parties. So I'm going to speak to women right now. If you are experiencing painful sex, you need to understand what is going on with your body, right? And go see someone about what's going on with your body. It could be that you just need to add a good lube. It could be that you need to change positions. It could be that you need to add a position pillow. It could be so many different things that you can do quickly. But if sex is painful for you, that is not the will of God, and it should be pleasurable. So go get yourself checked out. If you are a man and sex is painful, with you inserting your penis, you need to go get checked out, because those things can lead to other things that you are not aware of, okay? And so sex should not be painful for either party. It should be pleasurable, okay? I love you guys to pieces, and I pray that I have dispelled some of these myths that people are thinking and cultivating and believing because they're not true, okay? I love you to pieces. I am here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you're looking for more resources to take your marriage to a whole nother level, I'm your girl. Please click the link below and visit my website. There's tons of ebooks and books and all kind of things just to help you on this wife life journey. As well as, I would love for you to join me on all my other platforms. You can look for me on TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page. I am always hanging out on all my platforms. So click the link below and join my tribe. I truly appreciate you.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started.